our next session, which is panel discussion. The theme for panel discussion is smokeless tobacco, pan masala and spitting ban during COVID and beyond. Given these unprecedented times of COVID-19, Indian Council of Medical Research and many states of India issued advisory against spitting of smokeless tobacco in view of increasing danger of COVID-19 pandemic. So over to the moderator, Dr. Rakesh Gupta, Director Cypher, for introducing the chair for the session and further proceedings. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Kritika. So here's our Pranay Lal. So Pranay Lal is a senior technical advisor with the International Union Against Tuberculosis and Lung Diseases. He is a biochemist by training and works in the area of public health. He has worked on tobacco control in India since 2002. He is currently senior technical advisor at the Union, New Delhi, where he works on advancing tobacco control at national and subnational level. Prior to the Union, he worked towards designing effective HIV vaccines and the International AIDS Vaccine Initiative. He has published extensively in peer-reviewed journals on health, ecology, global trade, and infectious diseases. He is a multi-dimensional personality with diverse academic interests, and I consider him as my mentor in tobacco control, one of the mentors. So welcome, Pranela. And the other chair, Mr. Ashish Pandey. He is Deputy Director of Tobacco Control Department, International Union Against Tuberculosis and Lung Diseases. He holds a master's degree in public administration and a postgraduate diploma in NGO and rural development. He recently completed a scholar program from Institute for Global Tobacco Control of Johns Hopkins University. He has 19 years of experience in program development, implementation, and management. He has worked as senior technical advisor at the Union's Southeast Asia office at New Delhi, where he worked to support Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and subnational governments to denormalize tobacco use and drive down its prevalence in the country. So presently he is based in New York. Thank you, Ashish, for joining late night. So over to you. Pranay, you may introduce Ranjit.
Thank you so much. I think Ranjit Singh does not need any introduction. I think he is somebody who all of us know rather well. He is a repository of information on legal issues and policy developments that have taken place in India since the inception of the National Tobacco Control Program in 2007. He has been the go-to person for any legal advice that the government requires. I won't like to stand between you and Ranjit Singh's immense knowledge on tobacco control. Over to you, Ranjit.
Ranjit, are you with us? Ranjit?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, he's with us.
Yeah. So, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead.
You're audible.
Yeah. So, basically, thank you, Pranay, for the lovely introduction. Yeah. So, this is one of the most relevant topics that we are all witnessing right now, and what the kind of coordination we have seen at the national level, state level, and district level on enforcement is something we have not seen in the past, even during the Gutka ban. So, the taking point from this, spitting ban is that we are not inventing any new law. We have not come out with any new order or something like that. These laws were always there. Some of them are century-old laws, which we have effectively applied here in this case. There have been instructions, orders, guidelines from the national level, and there have been instruction orders at the state and right down to the district levels. So what we have witnessed is something which we have been striving for more than 2 decades, about good enforcement of law. So policy we had in place, the enforcement is something which we have seen happening during the time of COVID. So we have two important laws, which was the Disaster Management Act and the Epidemic Act, which was used as the national level. But they have a limited scope as long as the disaster has to be managed or the epidemic threat is there. What we saw coming out from the state level, and considering public health is a state subject, is a good coordination of use of the Indian Penal Code, something which we used before, but not this extensively. Mind you, we have used IPC, for making public places smoke-free also in the 90s. We had judgments coming out. We had this. For tobacco-free public place, using IPC has come out recently in the last 1 or 2 years, and this was effectively used during the time of COVID. Also, the old state laws like Goa, for example, Tamil Nadu, for example, they had their own anti-spitting law. Even that was very effectively used. So for what we saw right now, and that's what is the moot point, is we already have the laws in place. It is just that we've not been enforcing them. And this time what we saw is only good coordination of enforcement. I mean, take Bihar, for example. Bihar had 38 districts issuing orders for enforcement of banning spitting in public places. Jharkhand had 24, and Gujarat likewise, and then state, Karnataka recently has gone more than 20 districts. So this is a tremendous achievement of coordination in enforcement, something which we have not been seeing as far as SLT is concerned. And that has, which in SLT I also include Pan Masala. So as far as these two are concerned, we have not been seeing good enforcement. So this thing is there, that the laws are in place. It's, if you have a good coordination enforcement system, you will succeed in reducing SLT prevalence to a huge extent. And why I say so is, you have only used one law right now. You've only used one law. You use only IPC in most of the states, only IPC, section 268, section 269, 270 and 278 IPC you've used effectively during COVID outbreak. You have other laws. You have food safety laws, which bans, adding nicotine. You have recent Jharkhand also came out. You have food safety law, which bans use of magnesium carbonate, not effectively enforced except 2 or 3 states. You have drugs and cosmetic law, which bans use of tobacco in tooth powder, toothpaste. You can address Gul Gudaku with that, but you have not enforced it yet. You have the Environment Protection Act banning use of plastic for packing tobacco products. This is something, we've not had a single prosecution under this. So we have the laws in place. This is the time we wake up and realize that if we can manage going tobacco free during the time of COVID, if we just apply the existing law which is there, we can reduce the prevalence of SLT to a huge extent. So my takeaway is that right now, just as we saw a good coordination, we need some kind of enforcement guidelines for smokeless tobacco, something which we have for COTPA, where we have all these laws and the procedures that needs to be followed, so that so a good enforcement. So just by having the law in the books is not going to help us. This is what we saw, and it can be effectively used. We have seen in the case of during the COVID, where we had completely tobacco-free public places. completely ban spitting. And the takeaway way forward message is, why not extend to other laws which is lying dormant right now? Make guidelines, use all of them, and just go kill SLT. That's my uh, point for way forward. And yeah, so I think someone like Deepak ji could shed more lights on the coordination that happened during at the district level, but this is what I would like to stress on.
So I'll request.
Thank you, Ranjit.
Okay. Yes, Pranay.
No, I was just thanking Ranjit for a wonderful presentation. It is so good to hear from him that he wants to kill the SLT industry. They're strong words and very eloquent as always, very clear. His message. I'm familiar with the winner of this year's World No Tobacco Day Award, WHO's award, Mr. Deepak Mishra, who, as all of you know, is Executive Director of Socioeconomic and Educational Development Society, SEEDS, and his exceptional work in the states of Bihar and Jharkhand are well noticed and felicitated. So over to him, and any additional words of praise from my co-chair are welcome.
I think he doesn't need any recognition further. The WHO has recognized him at globally. So yeah, we'd love to hear from him now. Deepak ji.
Thank you. Over to him.
Yes. So thank you, Chair, and thank you, colleague Ranjit and other colleagues. Ranjit has made my job easier, and in the beginning itself, Honorable Health Minister of Jharkhand and Dr. L.R. Pathak, they have explained the initiatives of Jharkhand. I'll focus more on the initiatives taken during this COVID time, and एक हिंदी में हमने एक बहुत पहले, आज से 2 महीने पहले एक छोटा सा स्लोगन दिया था, कोविड की आड़ में तंबाकू पे वार. तो बेसिकली कोविड के नाम पे वी हैव बीन वर्किंग फॉर tobacco against the tobacco industry, and perhaps what I observed that we all have been working in last almost 2.5 months or 3 months, like anything, like it is not only Kotpa. Earlier we used to named as a "Arey Kotpa wale aage, Kotpa wale aage." But during this COVID period, as Ranjit mentioned, we have used IPC and food safety law and other relevant law, and great support by Government of India, particularly Ministry of Health. They have issued advisory, and Ministry of Home Affairs, who has taken very courageous step to ban the sale of tobacco products. So which has never been done, I think, earlier, but it was done in COVID time. So this credit, all credit goes to the government. And now the thing is, we have so many policies. We have so many policies to curb the menace of this SLT, smokeless tobacco product, and which is a major cause of concern for our country. You know, around 85% people are using smokeless tobacco exclusively. Around 21 crore people are using, 20 to 21 crore people are using SLT, and which is a major cause of concern for us. And government has taken the kind of steps, particularly few of the state governments like Rajasthan and Jharkhand, they have issued orders to complete ban on tobacco sale. More or less all the state governments have issued orders for use of tobacco at public places, and spitting, a ban on spitting at the public places. So now we have lots of policies and orders issued by various, central government, by the state government, and the various district administrations. Now the issue is, how to go about it? I mean, will it work only till COVID period or beyond COVID period? So my point is, my suggestion is, we should now fight for the implementation of those policies issued by various authorities, and here comes the role of NGOs. So because tobacco control cannot be done only by the government officials, and the role of NGOs are also very crucial, and geo-NGO collaboration, wherever it is there, the implementation or the program implementation is in a better way. And Bihar and Jharkhand, I'll give and I'll again quote the example, because the the implementation or whatever is being done, it is not that one seats has done it, as it is being talked about in last few days after the nomination. No, it is not. It is the government who has done it, and we are playing as a supporting role. We are as a support. We do the support. We provide the support and technical support to them. If government will not take any initiative, how can any NGO will go ahead in the program implementation? That's the real challenge. So geo-NGO collaboration is one. Number two, sincere effort by the local administration, because policy is being issued by the central government and the state government, but the real implementation lies on district administration. So one need to be very careful and very strategic, develop a strategic partnership with the local administration, who are the real implementer. And for this purpose, proper capacity building, proper sensitization of the laws and what need to be done, it should be clear to the local authorities, because tobacco control is still not in the priority list of the government. I'll tell you, it lies at the bottom, or rather it is not listed in their priority list. So you as a partner, one need to be very vocal at the local level to make tobacco control as a priority program. So this is what I presume, and this is my understanding about this. In case of any question, please, or moderator can.
Thank you, Deepak ji. I think we will see if we have any time available in the end for questions to you and Ranjit. I'm going to now ask my co-chair to introduce the next speaker.
Thanks, Pranay. I had a privilege of interacting and working with Dr. Alok Kumar for a couple of years. He has been a surgeon by training and has a long professional experience working in a medical field as well as within the government system. He is currently a joint director of health in government of Uttar Pradesh, Ministry of Department of Medical and Health Services. He's managing not just National Tobacco Control Program, but other programs like NCD, NPCDCS, NPHCE, and NPPC, and all those other like programs. Is the real challenge before him is managing the largest in terms of a population, the largest state in the country, and 75 districts. So implementation of National Tobacco Control Program itself is a big challenge, and his work in SLT has been remarkable. So really looking forward to hear from you. Dr. Alok Kumar, please, sir.
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the chair and Mr. Pranay Lal, Ashish Pandey, and Mr. Ranjit and Deepak Mishra. Much has been explained by Ranjit Mishra ji about the legal aspects of the smokeless tobacco control. Theme this year by the WHO is the tobacco industry, how to protect the youth from tobacco industry interference in the tobacco control legal issues and all. I would like to point out certain things because tobacco companies, they make a different approach to the public to impress themselves and make their sinister design. First is the socio-political intervention, that they are always raising a bogey of livelihood loss and how the poor laborers will suffer from this. Second is their commercial intervention by direct marketing, indirect marketing, and surrogate advertising in the guise of the other products, similar looking products and similar like looking products. They're disguised and glamorized advertising. And in the social media, and presently these days they are direct to beam, direct to home or direct to beam on your laptop or computer, because young adults are very much hooked to these social media platforms, as well as the direct bombardment of all the information and the different apps that give the different entertainment avenues, and they are streaming without any warning. Because as far as the Doordarshan and even the cable TV and your other channels that are coming to the cable, there the advisory is followed. Statutory warning is there when there's some actor or some character either uses any tobacco product. But as far as the direct to home and direct beaming of these things, there is no advisories followed, and usually there is a lacuna and there is a gray area. It is not being checked, and this is being bombarded to youth, because youth is very much hooked to these things. New series, new web series, new pictures, new movies and all. Now, and again in this COVID pandemic era, a newer sort of intervention they have devised. Everybody might have gone through or might have received these things, social media, WhatsApp messages, and even on on your mobile and on different websites. Like a study from the France that nicotine probably is beneficial for the COVID. It has been beamed that nicotine actually smokers, they are suffering less from the COVID than the non-smokers. So this was, I think, also a sinister design by the COVID company. And similarly, in that context, suddenly this thing flash came that the British, this parent of the ITC, BAT, British American Tobacco Company, is now, they are researching on the vaccine for the COVID-19 by injecting the COVID virus into the tobacco plant. So they are now playing this thing, Santa Claus for all the population, and they are researching and propagating this. They are now giving you the vaccine as well. They are trying to give the vaccine as well. And in the guise of that, many of the even Indian papers and the international papers, they came out hurriedly that nicotine therapy could be tried, nicotine patch could be tried. So this is also a form of the tobacco industry intervention. They are planning and they are bombarding with this information to all the world, because these days information can be shared at a fraction of seconds. So these things should be taken care of. As far as my state contest is concerned, during the COVID-19 pandemic, we have issued the orders from the highest level at the chief secretary level, and in continuation with that, from the principal secretary and the director general of the health to the pan-UP order of banning all the chewable smoke tobacco.
There's problem with the mic. वो देखो कहीं पीछे YouTube तो नहीं चल रहा आपका कहीं? कोई थोड़ी disturbance आ रही है आवाज की ना?
Sorry.
अगर YouTube है तो वो please वो close कर दीजिए. Thank you.
Actually, I am in the office, and Shiv Shankar, please keep. Actually, I am in the office and they're typing some later.
It is okay.
So, in the context of the UP, we have already passed the banning this smokeless tobacco and the khani or gutka and spitting also, and it has been made a punishable offense. But one thing I would like to point out that I am in favor that probably areca nut or the even chewable anything that is not in smoke, this is non-nicotine, because these are being advertised thoroughly everywhere in India, and they are blatantly advertising on the TVs and the newspapers, different types of the pan masalas. And as a surgeon, I can point out that these areca nut and the anything friction in the between cheek and the tongue, this can give rise to the malignancy, and there are a lot of the cases. So this also be included in the legally. Some intervention should also be made for the banning these pan masala also, because this gives an opportunity for the tobacco industry to circumvent the law and push the surrogate advertising as well. So that was my submission. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Alok Kumar. This is really great, good information that you shared, and especially the tobacco industry perspective. So we'll take question later, but before that, I would also like to invite Dr. S.N. Dholpuria, who's again managing a very large estate in terms of geography, I would say, and one of the few states which has given a kind of many models to the country to replicate, and they have come up as a leader in work for SLT also. So Dr. Dholpuria is a Joint Director, Rural Health and Nodal Officer for Tobacco Control in Rajasthan, and his work is there since 2015. And to best of my understanding, before joining as an SNO, he was also engaged at tobacco control activity at a different position in WNTD Award 2019 and Limca Book of Record, Asia Book of Record holder, World Record, India and India Book of Record were conferred to state of Rajasthan due to his active and dedicated working for tobacco control in Rajasthan state. So as I said that his work in time of COVID to manage SLT has also came out very nicely. So I would like to hear from Dr. Dholpuria. Sir, please.
Sir, good afternoon. Mr. Pranay Lal ji और Mr. पांडे सर जी शेयर कर रहे हैं उनके लिए। सर, हमारे राजस्थान सरकार में बजट अनाउंसमेंट में ये डाला गया था कि युवाओं में पान मसाला गुटखा की जो लत है वो स्वास्थ्य के लिए बड़ी हानिकारक है और इसी की घटिया सामग्री के रोक के लिए सरकार कारगर कदम उठाएगी। उसी को क्रियान्वित करने के लिए हमारे जो एनटीसीपी सेल है उनके माध्यम से जो रेगुलेशन है 2.11.5 इसके अंदर ऐसे जो पान मसाला के अंदर जो साल्ट होते हैं जो स्वास्थ्य के लिए हानिकारक पीएफए के तहत जो मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट है वो साथ ही मिनरल ऑयल है वो साथ ही 2.3 के ऊपर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने जो बैन लगे हुए थे उनके स्टेट में उनके संबंध में आदेश जारी किए थे और ये निर्देशित किया गया था राजस्थान के प्रत्येक सीएमएसओ को, एफएसओ को, ड्रग कंट्रोलर्स को कि जो पान मसाले हैं उनके अंदर ये साल्ट पाए जाते हैं तो उन पे कार्रवाई करें, साथ ही उस बेच को भी रिकॉल करें। रिकॉल मार्केट में वो बेच भी नहीं रहना चाहिए जिसमें ये साल्ट पाए जाते हैं, ताकि गवर्नमेंट की जो बजट अनाउंसमेंट है उसके अनुरूप स्टेट में कार्रवाई की जा सके। इसी के तहत हमने एक पॉलिसी टाइम टू टाइम प्रोग्राम बना के स्टेट के माध्यम से पूरे डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स को दिया था, डे टू डे फिक्स प्रोग्राम कौन सी डेट को कौन सी एक्टिविटी करनी है, कौन सी डेट को कौन सी एक्टिविटी करनी है। इसी में जो हमने सैंपल उठाए, डेली सैंपलिंग का जो प्रोसेस 1 महीने का चलाया, उसमें हमने 160 के आसपास सैंपल कलेक्ट किए और जो 8 साल में टोटल सैंपल हुए थे वो 310 थे, परंतु 1 महीने में जो हमारे सैंपल इस आदेश के तहत हुए वो 160 सैंपल हुए। ये सर बड़ा एक इशू था कि जो पान मसाला आ रहा है उसमें मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट, साथ ही मिनरल ऑयल, साथ ही टोबैको निकोटीन पे कुछ साल्ट पाए गए और उनके तहत हमारे मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट ने एक्शन लिया और कार्रवाई की। इसी के हमने एक अवेयरनेस एक्टिविटी भी सर चलाई थी सर्वोदय दिवस के ऊपर, ताकि युवाओं को इसमें जागरूक किया जा सके नशा के संबंध के अंदर, और साथ ही युवाओं को जोड़ा जा सके इस एक्टिविटी के माध्यम से। इससे WHO ने अच्छा इसको बताया और WHO ने हमारे पिछले नो टोबैको डे पर सम्मानित स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को किया था अवेयरनेस एक्टिविटी को लेके। सर ये हमारा एक स्टेट का रहा था। साथ ही स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने सर एक कमेटी MD NHM की अध्यक्षता में बनाई, जिसमें हमारे स्टेट के 2 IPS ऑफिसर्स, ADG क्राइम, एक अन्य IPS लीगल से हमारे डिप्टी सेक्रेटरी, साथ ही हमारे NTCP शेल, इनकी एक ज्वाइंटली कमेटी बनाई और एक इस टाइप से इस जो कोर्ट का एक लागू किया गया उसमें फील्ड के अंदर ग्रास रूट पे जो दिक्कत आ रही है उसको लेके उनके सुझाव मांगे, जो हमारे कमेटी के माध्यम से हमने गवर्नमेंट को भेज रखे हैं। जो इम्प्लीमेंट भी हमें लगता है हमारे सुझाव गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा माने जाएंगे और वो भी राजस्थान के अंदर एक नवाचार रहेगा, जो इंडिया के अंदर पहला ऐसा स्टेट बनेगा जिसमें कुछ नई चीजें कोर्ट में हमारे राजस्थान के द्वारा जोड़ी जाने वाली प्रस्तावित की गई है। हुक्का बार और ई सिगरेट, इसके ऊपर भी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने ये देखा कि युवाओं का चलन ई सिगरेट के ऊपर हो रहा है, हुक्का बार पे हो रहा है। हमारे विधानसभा के माध्यम से हमने हुक्का बार पे बैन लगाया, ई सिगरेट को हमने बैन किया, उसके बाद गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ने भी उसके बैन कर दिया उसको। सर ये हमारे स्टेट के द्वारा नवाचार किए गए। हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री महोदय और हमारे चिकित्सा मंत्री महोदय तंबाकू ये नशा के संबंध में युवाओं को किस तरह से रोका जाए जो इसकी ओर नहीं बढ़ सके, इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा एक्टिव रह के हमारे साथ पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं, हमारे को मार्गदर्शन देते हैं और हमारे पूरे मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट की टीम उनके नेतृत्व में आगे बढ़ती रहती है और आगे काम करती रहती है। जिसी का नतीजा है कि आज हमारे राजस्थान के अंदर जो गेट फर्स्ट का सर्वे हुआ था, उस गेट फर्स्ट के सर्वे में तंबाकू उपयोग वाले हमारे कैंडिडेट थे सर, उसमें गिरावट आ गई। सेकंड में 24.3 आ गए थे, जो कि 32.3 फर्स्ट गेट सर्वे में थे। इसी तरह धूम्रपान करने वाले 18 के आसपास जो हमारा था आंकड़ा, वो हमारा डाउन 18.8 से हमारा डाउन हो गया सर। इसी तरह धूम्रपान रहित जो तंबाकू सेवन कर रहे थे वो भी हमारा 14.3 आ गया 18 से सर। ये हमारे गवर्नमेंट के द्वारा और हमारे मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट की टीम के द्वारा लोगों को अवेयरनेस की एक्टिविटियों में जोड़ने का रिजल्ट रहा था सर, जो हमारे गेट 2 के रिपोर्ट आई। हमारी ये इसी को इंडिकेट करती है हमारी गवर्नमेंट, हमारे मेडिकल डिपार्टमेंट, हमारे जो NGOs यहाँ हमारे काम कर रहे हैं, उनके माध्यम से हमने लोगों ने काम किया। उसका रिजल्ट जो गेट 2 के अंदर आया सर, ये बड़ी एक उपलब्धि रही और हम चाह रहे हैं कि नेक्स्ट जो स्टडी होगी उसमें भी हमारे राजस्थान का जो डेटा आएगा वो निश्चित रूप से गिरावट वाला डेटा आएगा, जिसमें तंबाकू के सेवन करने वाले में लोगों की कमी आएगी, किसी भी टाइप का तंबाकू, क्योंकि हमने यहाँ बहुत अवेयरनेस एक्टिविटी की है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ राजस्थान के द्वारा। थैंक
यू। Thank you very much, sir. There is no doubt about the rigor Rajasthan government and especially the state tobacco control cell has always followed in Rajasthan to bring any new initiative or piece of legislation. I'm not sure, Dr. Rakesh, do
Yes.
we have to go for a question answer by our, I don't know how.
I have just received one question from Ms. Anchal Rana. She says, what is the concept of vaccine preparation against corona with tobacco plant? If someone can answer that.
I don't know if anybody want to attend. Pranay?
Pranay, can you answer this? Ashish, you may comment on this.
Pranay's mic is, I think, is off. So,
sorry.
Yeah, hi Pranay, please go ahead.
No, okay, I'm sorry, my I was muted. So
let me have a first stab and then maybe you. So two things. One, of course, is that tobacco as a plant and tobacco mosaic virus, as you know, is the most studied virus. And they offer models for both vaccine making and replication within the tobacco plant. So there are these two models that they want to use for rapid development of RNA vaccines. So that is the first case. The second thing is, of course, that BAT has a biotech company, and Philip Morris also owns biotech company. So does ITC actually. ITC Life Science. There's a company that they own. So it's part of their diversification plan. They want to look good that they are contributing to global public health issues. So there are several of these things that drive. It's basically profit at the end of the day. They, like tobacco industry wants to capitalize on every disaster. That's their game. They create the disaster. They want to look to be part of that disaster when governments are failing to find effective solutions. And they want to be in the fray because the price of making a vaccine is immense. If any company or any small lab also succeeds in making a viable vaccine, you're going to have an immense prize at the end of the that discovery. Over to you, Ashish.
No, I think it's a very nicely explained by you.
Ashish,
I'm not the virologist, but
yeah, I'll request all the panelists to unmute themselves. And Pranay and Ashish, you can ask questions if you have any.
yeah, sure. I think the very first question that I have here is about I don't know, maybe Dr. Alok and Dr. Dholpuria sir, if you would like to, any of you would like to attend, or both of you, that after the issuance of this order, how the industry has responded, and what are the key argument you have heard or received from the industry? Hi Narendra, welcome.
हाँ, गुड आफ्टरनून सर। इसमें जो पान मसाले का जहाँ तक है, क्योंकि अभी इसको मेन स्ट्रीमिंग करने में बहुत मदद मिली है, क्योंकि ये 2006 से PFA के अंतर्गत होता था और इसकी सैम्पलिंग भी यदा कदा होती थी, लेकिन नाउ इट्स बिकम रूटीन सिस्टम। तो अभी इससे हलचल तो हुई है, नो डाउट। जो ना इंडस्ट्री परेशान है, ये क्या हो रहा है, ये सभी को पता है, आप सभी लोग जानते हैं सब। लेकिन जो PFA में होना था, जो रेगुलेशन थे पहले से, जो अभी डॉक्टर साहब ने, डॉक्टर धोलपुरिया साहब ने बताए, 2.3.4 हम इतने सालों से कर रहे हैं। मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट जो है ना, पहले हम जब गुटखा बैन हुआ उस समय जब MP की स्टडी आई थी, उस समय मैग्नीशियम कार्बोनेट की बात हो रही है, लेकिन ये सब एग्जिस्टिंग जो है वो रेगुलेशन थे, लेकिन इस पे कार्रवाई जो है अभी एक्सपेक्टेड थी। लेकिन अभी जो है जो मोमेंटम बना है, चाहे राजस्थान में, चाहे बिहार में, चाहे झारखंड में, उससे एक नया वो रास्ता मिला है और इंडस्ट्री हम उसका देख रहे हैं कि इसका क्या वे आउट क्या हो सकता है। इंडस्ट्री भी इसमें लगातार एक्सप्लोर कर रही है और काफी उनका रहता है, लॉबिंग वगैरह सब वो तो चलता है, उनका अपना काम है। लेकिन हम लोग अपना काम बराबर कर रहे हैं, बराबर इसको फोकस है, जहाँ भी मौका मिलता है हम लोग इसको बराबर कहते हैं कि पान मसाला इवन एरेका नट इज कार्सिनोजन, ये हम मान के चलते हैं। इसलिए हमारा काम जो है तंबाकू से बहुत आगे तक है। हम जो है एक एक युवा को एक एक सुपारी तक जो है हम लोग बोलते हैं, इसमें कुछ मीठा नहीं है, ये जहर ही जहर है। थैंक यू सर।
I really like the passion you have. मतलब आपको इंडस्ट्री की तरफ से कोई फॉर्मल ऐसा एक कोई भी मेमोरेंडम या कोई रिक्वेस्ट कुछ अभी तक नहीं आया?
ये सर आता है, लगातार आता है, लेकिन क्या है कि हमें ये जानना जरूरी है। कई बार क्या होता है कि वो दूसरे नाम से भी करते हैं, है ना, किसी एडवोकेट के नाम से किसी को परेशान करते हैं। लेकिन we have to be very clear about this. Whatever we are doing is as per the rule and regulation. तो हमें क्या है कि we are not doing और वो चीजें अलग है, सभी का पैशन का लेवल अलग अलग है, लेकिन हम जो भी काम कर रहे हैं वो रूल रेगुलेशन के अनुसार करते हैं। इसलिए उनके बराबर उनके लेटर आते हैं, बराबर उनके रिप्रेजेंटेशन भी आते हैं, लेकिन हमें जो है उसमें एकदम लाइन ऑफ एक्शन एकदम क्लियर रखना होता है।
Correct. I'm not sure if Pranay has another question. I think if you can go ahead and then possibly I'll add one more.
I'm just looking at the chat if there are other questions, and I don't find any.
Pranay,
I'll just
there's one question, if I can tell you, from Streelogs. There's a question: could there be an app for live reporting of people smoking or using tobacco products, spitting in public, and this be linked to the fines? Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the question. Could you repeat it, sir?
There's a question that is there any app for live reporting of people smoking or using tobacco products or spitting in public, and can this be linked to the fines?
So there are some apps that have been developed, but this was developed much before COVID. So basically I'm not aware of any apps that have been developed to incorporate COVID in them. We were hoping that Arogya Setu will also have some specific guidelines on smoking and tobacco use and the fines therein. But unfortunately, it's only for contact tracing. So currently we've got, the app that has been developed by MACT, which is called Tobacco Monitor. Other than that, there are no effective apps that have been developed. And I think this is an opportunity for state governments to actually create COVID and tobacco use, monitoring apps. And I don't know if Ashish would like to add something about the global experience.
No, I think in fact, I have also not came across any such app from any other part of the world. Which is specifically developed. There are a couple of apps which has been developed, as you rightly said, for violation of smoking in public place, but not included the SLT part yet in any. I haven't come across.
Okay, so I think we are cognizant of time, and we are at 3:15 now, and I think we can bring the meeting to a close. This panel discussion was vibrant. It brought
I just had to add one thing. Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. No. I was just hearing, Alok sir and Dholpuria sir. So, what basically my point is that tobacco-free public place, we should not have doubts, is a reality now, COVID or no COVID. There are other diseases that you can link with spitting in public place, and which includes your pan masala also. So from now on, we will go in for a kind of awareness, whatever, whether you have boards and all. New concept is tobacco-free public place. That's what the soaring point we got from the COVID crisis now on tobacco control. Next is what Narendra and all were pointing out, that yes, we have, if we act within the framework of law and we have the law, then it's high time we go on implementing like the food safety, drugs law and something. So तंबाकू मुक्त सार्वजनिक स्थान अब एक सच्चाई है, उसके अलावा हम और भी कानून में काम कर सकते हैं. Thank you.
I think very well put. You summarized it for the chairs, made it very easy as always for all of us. And thank you so much. I'm going to hand it over to the moderator.
मैं प्रणय जी एक लाइन सिर्फ जोड़ देना चाहता हूँ जो पूरे बहस में.
I think, just one final word because we are late.
Yes. जैसे रंजीत ने बताया, ये now it is a kind of dream comes true for all of us, all the tobacco control warriors, कि अब तक हम लोग सिर्फ इसी चिंता में रहते थे कि तंबाकू नियंत्रण सिर्फ कोर्ट पास से कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इस कोविड ने हम सबको ये दिखा दिया है, रास्ता बता दिया है, और सरकार का कमिटमेंट भी दिख गया है बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग कि बिना कोटपाक कोटपाक के बगैर भी और भी बहुत सारे रास्ते हैं जिससे कि हम तंबाकू, अब धूम्रपान मुक्त नहीं, सिर्फ तंबाकू मुक्त क्षेत्र और तंबाकू मुक्त देश की बात हम लोग कर सकते हैं. धौलपुरिया साहब खासतौर से आप सर और यूपी, ये दोनों स्टेट जिस तरह का कमिटमेंट दिखाया है, मुझे लगता है कि हम सब लोग मिलके अब इसके ऊपर ही काम करेंगे कि अब सिर्फ और सिर्फ तंबाकू मुक्त की बात चर्चा होगी हर जगह, और उसके लिए कई सारे हमारे पास हथियार आ चुके हैं. थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, Deepak.
Ashish, I want to say something. Can I, Pranay?
Sure,
Yeah.
Neetaji, last comment
Running
from you.
late.
One last
But,
thing,
no,
one last
even
thing.
if it is, even if it is connected with the COVID, since we do not know anything about coronavirus, when it is going to end, how can we talk about ending our attempts at the at banning all these things? So we can go on pulling, even if we do not stress that that now the trend is tobacco-free public places and all that. I think we should keep it connected with the symptom, with the disease and everything, and we can go on. There is no end to it, since we do not know when this virus is going to disappear. And remember that TB is still dormant.